Once again, welcome back to the Celica Project, but first I want to give a couple of shop updates because nothing in here is in good shape. So first off, good old Corolla. Our most recent drift event, we blew the diff, so this needs new shims and bearings, and luckily the ring and pinion looks okay. It's not the best. The 11, let me just set this here. Not ideal. So I'm gonna have to find a way to weld that today. And so unfortunately for the Celica, it already has to come back apart. After the last video where I got it started and running, I was starting to have some issues getting it started. So I decided to run a compression test. Cylinder 1, 185. So far so good. Cylinder 2, 150. Not bad. It's, it's a 40-year-old engine. It's probably been rebuilt once or twice. Cylinder 3, 160. Cylinder 4, 0. You can see a little bit of coolant leaking from the back of the block. My best guess is that the head just was improperly machined. And if I'm being 100% honest, when I started this build, I didn't know what a cylinder head should look like on the surface. Yeah, my best guess is that it's uneven or the block is somehow messed up. I have a straight edge to check all of that, but long story short, it needs to come back apart, and you guys get to watch. Also, if you haven't noticed already, I have a new mic setup, so from all the way upstairs, you can still hear me. All right. So before I do anything, I'm gonna set top dead center on the compression stroke just to make things easier to time when I put everything back together. I am pretty upset by the fact that this isn't gonna be on the road as soon as I thought, but cars are pain. If they're not, you're not doing it right. That's wrong, you're probably doing it right. But the real car guys, they struggle. On another note though, this car is back on the ground. It has the axles and it is a roller. Okay, so if you're not familiar with these engines, what you're gonna want to do to get it to top dead center on the compression is you line up your timing mark on the crankshaft. There's a 0 and there's a little notch on the crankshaft pulley. And you're gonna wanna spin that till those are lined up and the distributor rotor is pointed towards the number 1 cylinder. You can get it 180 degrees wrong. You can line up the 0 and then the rotor will be pointing at cylinder 3, but that is not what you want because that's not top dead center of the compression. So I'm gonna be spinning the crankshaft. You're gonna be looking at this. Also, while spinning this, you can really feel a spot where it's a lot easier to turn. You really want it consistent. Okay, so that's pointed towards the 1. I'm just gonna make sure my mark down here is where I want it. This is zeroed out and I can start to take everything apart. Let's see. Easy peasy. All right. My fuel pump's already unplugged. I doubt there's gonna be like barely any pressure in here. Oh. Okay. That looks fine for now. Oh. There we go. It's one carb. Okay. I'm just gonna use the breaker bar first because I want to use as much leverage as I can just to break it loose. That's it, right? Dude, a head gasket job on this thing? Probably like an hour or two. Like, it's really not that bad. So, what I'm mainly looking for is I want to make sure that it's the machining on this head that is messed up. Because if it's not the head, then obviously it's the block. And if it's the block that's the problem, and I have to get that machined, then everything has to come back out. Even more so than it was before, because I have to take pistons out, crankshaft, all of that. That is not something I want. So we're just gonna hope and pray, you know? All right. So how we're gonna do the head bolts, just so it doesn't like crack anything, or we're gonna make sure this comes off the right way. Head bolts, when you take them off, are done in the reverse sequence that you torque them down. So let me get my handy dandy little notebook. Oh yeah. Engine overhaul procedures. Okay, so this is our tightening sequence. I'm just gonna do some research and make sure that it is the reverse. To remove the cylinder head bolts on a 22R, loosen them in the exact reverse order of the torque sequence, typically working from the outside in. Okay, and that's what I see here. Two and one. Here's another 22R trick. What you want to do is put a zip tie around the cam sprocket and the chain so that it doesn't fall down into your timing cover. Bam. See, is this like ready to, oh, yeah, that's ready to fall out, pretty much. Come on, oh, the exhaust. Oh, okay. All flat. Oh. Okay. Okay, right off the bat, what do we see? I see, got a little bit of scorching. Why would it have lost compression? All right. Okay, let's see. Like you can see it was kind of machined. Oh, but that's not good. See, I can feel ridges. You hear that? Shouldn't be like that. See if I can get you guys a closer look. Can't really see it, but you can hear it. And that's exactly what I expected to find. That's not gonna seal anything, bro. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for spots that light kind of creeps through a little more than normal. Because if the light creeps through, then you have some sort of warping going on. Not coming through. It's gonna come through where the piston is, regardless. No, I don't really see it shining through. Not anywhere that there isn't already like a hole there. Because I mean, the light's gonna bounce in through the hole and then you'll see it on the other side. But so far, I don't know. It's looking all right. I don't see any light coming through between the pistons. And so what I'm doing is I'm placing it in a bunch of different spots to see if there's any low spots. So you go like crisscross formation and then you go like straight across. And then that's how you can tell. I'm not really seeing anything though, so that's at least some good news. Should we just take apart the head for fun? All right, rocker arm assembly. Oh, bro, what the fuck? That one was just broken. Are you serious? Dude, how does that even happen? Oh my god. That is not what that is supposed to look like. Holy shit. Oh man, this one's broken too. No way. Yeah, dude, this head is fucked up. Oh. Man, I wanted to use this cam too. Maybe that's why it's so hard to fucking turn over. See, I don't know if you can see that. Here. Okay, this is what that's supposed to look like. Like, nice and smooth. Look at this one, bro. Right here. That is fucked up, dude. No way. Not good. I am glad I took this shit apart. That's what I get from fucking dealing with people on Marketplace, dude. That is not cool. Bro. That is actually unreal. Should I take it apart further? I mean, is there any reason to? maybe for the valves. No, the valves won't even work in my other head, so. That is fucked up, dude. Get a quick little thumbnail. Actually, hold on. Yeah, that's probably good. Good enough for the thumbnail. Holy fuck, dude. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I am not too happy with what I've found. So, there's nothing I can really do at this moment. The block kind of looks okay. The cylinders are a little messed up, but I think the block is still fine to run. I gotta figure out my head situation. And for one, I am not using this head. These cam journals are just way too messed up. This cam, I have never seen anything like that in a cam. That is really, really messed up. It's kind of an unfortunate ending. It was a nice ending for the last video because all my hard work did get this thing to run under like its own fuel and own power. I created my own ignition system and fuel system, and I've learned a lot going from my EFI to carburetor swap. Unfortunately, this is just how the way it is sometimes. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'll start recording when I figure something out.